So without further ado, please hand over to Kevin Kos.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So yeah, I'm Kevin Kos. I'm the host of the Cocktail Time with Kevin Kos YouTube channel. And this is a channel about cocktails and having good times, right? So, and beside that, it's a channel about modern techniques in bartending world. It's about tips and tricks that helps bartenders save some time and their bosses save some money. It's about cocktail classic history and lately some zero alcohol drinks. But was this channel all about that from the beginning? So in this session, we're going to go through the history of the channel, where it sits now, how it is evolved, and the reason why you're all here, to see the secret ingredient for social media success. But before that, let's meet the team. On the left side, there is Robbie Fisher. He is an extraordinary, he's outstanding in his job because he visualizes his things even before it's shot with the camera. He's a scriptwriter, he's our director, he does the photography, he is a Photoshop expert, and he's also my best man. So give him a round of applause for making such great scripts. He's right here with us. On the right side, there's Sasha Weber. He's the guy who spends the most time in front of the computer. He is our videographer and animation artist. He's also a big wildlife enthusiast and wildlife photography enthusiast. And in the middle, there's me, a bartender working in hospitality for 17 years, retired bartender in a cocktail bar called Niagara Cocktail Bar. Yeah, and that's the team. And we all met playing American football together. So we all three of us played in a national for Slovenia and also for a Maribor American football team. We played it for a couple of years, and that's a fact that almost no one knows. This American football, this sport is about a lot of tactics, a lot of different positions, which resonates also on our channel because we do different positions on our channel as well. And when we stopped playing it, we somehow held connections, and yeah, here we are. So Robbie was my regular at Unknown Taste many evenings in Niagara Cocktail Bar. So this is this was an evening with 3-course cocktail menu in a line of a restaurant dish. There was an appetizer, main menu, and a dessert. It all comes with a supplementary snack, and everything together cost only 15 euros. And because I needed to save some money, I needed to do ingredients by myself, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to sell it for 15 euros. And yeah, you're already thinking how come that this was only 15 euros. Back then, Niagara Cocktail Bar wasn't internationally known cocktail bar, and I wasn't content creator either. So, and as well, the Slovenian cocktail culture isn't there yet, so that's why. Sorry. So that's the reason this Unknown Taste menu was the reason that I started being more and more into mixology. Here's all that happens, that I learned all the tricks and things that I'm presenting now. Yeah, it was a great way to express myself. And then pandemic happened, and we had to close our bars, right? So after watching Netflix and playing all video games for weeks, I realized that I had to do something different with my spare time. So luckily, one of the Slovenian distributors sent me a bottle of cognac with some small amount of payment in return for doing a content for them. So I decided to do an IGTV. Back then it was still a thing for Instagram. So I set up the camera with my wife. I had that bar cart at home with a lot of booze, drinks, a lot of glasses, and I decided to do a Sazerac cognac Sazerac. So we filmed it by ourselves. We put a camera, audio, and everything, and we did the first episode, which was in Slovene. I liked it a lot. I was in contact through Messenger with Roby and Sasha as well, because they were helping us how to put everything together, how to edit on the phone, how to do the audio and everything. So yeah, we really liked it. We did 4 IGTVs after it, and you can't find them anymore on my Instagram page. These are a well-kept secret now. And later, I received a box of tequilas, and then this happened. Hi, my name is Kevin Kos. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we're gonna make a lot of cocktails. Hi.
Bonjour.
So that's a clip from our first episode. I received a box of tequilas, and we decided to do an episode together. We brought all the equipment to the apartment. We had a coffee, and they started to discuss on which part of the room we're gonna set a set. And we were doing 2 episodes in one day back then, the first one, and we did one unboxing episode and then another one with the cocktail. And we decided to do unboxing style in one part of the room. I dressed myself like this because this was something I was wearing when I was presenting cocktails in unnotated events as well. I sat behind the table, and then Sasha asked the first question: on which platform are we gonna put the video? Because if we are filming for YouTube, we have to do it landscape, otherwise vertical, so on. I was more for Instagram because I already had some followers over there, and I wasn't much familiar with YouTube, and I didn't have any account on YouTube back then. But because you can do longer format videos over there, you can monetize it better, we decided to go for YouTube. And then there was a second question from Roby on which language we're going to present everything. And I wasn't so comfortable with English. They were both rooting for English, that's for sure. When you're looking into the camera, trying to present something, even your mother language can be difficult. But I was speaking in English. So we decided for English still, and these were 2 best decisions we did in early stages of the channel. So we did the first episode and then the second episode the same day, and Sasha edited, we put it on YouTube, and we posted, and we were super proud on our first episode. We, as you see before, the first line and everything, we did it a couple of times because, of course, I wasn't be able to put all the words together in first shot. So I was sitting behind the table, and Roby asked, "What do you want to present? Tell me in Slovene." And he wrote me into the piece of paper. He showed it to me, and I read it, and then I repeated it into the camera. So yeah, that's how it all started. So the first content was, the first one was unboxing, which was the only one we did. And then another cocktail was a cocktail. Another episode was a cocktail. But it was more about making drink with homemade ingredients, but without presenting the drink, without showing how the homemade ingredient is made. So it wasn't so much educational, or it barely touches the educational type of content. Was it informational? Not so, maybe. And with me speaking foreign language, it wasn't entertaining and engaging either. So we soon realized that we have to evolve to a better content, so we start getting more and more subscribers and viewers. Okay. And this is how we set the set for our first year of the YouTube channel. So this is an apartment. We did this for 1 to 2 hours per day. So moving the big sofa into the kitchen, partially, and setting the set in this corner. So and we leave it like this for 2 days because we're filming another episode the second day, and we were doing this for 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. So yeah, it was exhausting to preparing the set every time and then putting back in order again. And we decided to move, and after 1 year, and my wife was pregnant then, and she basically kicked us out. So we needed to go. Funny story. She had a belly like this, and barely went to kitchen because there was a sofa and a big bar, so barely she could enter the kitchen. So she was like, "You have to move out before I can enter the kitchen anymore." And then we looked for every free space in the city. We couldn't find it, and then we decided to go into Roby's basement, and we set the set there. Yeah, and that's our set. With making content with only putting the lights and cameras on is much easier now. That's for sure. So still, it lasts like 6 hours to film one episode, similar like it was before. But now we have more time to go deeper into the explanation, deeper into the ingredients and everything, and into the history of drinks and everything. So it was much more comforting having set apart from the apartment. And yeah, this is our, we're calling it Speakeasy Bar. You even have to enter it through the garage, so you can say it's like a speakeasy set. And then we filmed this episode, which is an episode that how you probably got to know me. It's a technique developed by Nickel Morris, which I modified it a bit to my taste. We filmed it and then we put it on YouTube, and the video kind of blew off. Now it has like 1.6 million views, right? So it's our best performing episode so far. But because of this episode, we realized that we are becoming a channel about tips and tricks and more homemade ingredients and signature drinks. So yeah, we decided to go into this direction. But that was after a year and a half of making content. So we didn't know that from the beginning. But making a revolutionary technique or a new signature drink every week is really, really exhausting, especially if you have a regular job and a family. So we decided to fill some spots with old versus new kinds of episodes, which are episodes where we are presenting classic drinks, because we all have to know all classics, right? It's really important because we can build roofs without foundations, right? So I was really into the classics before. We are presenting it from the time where it was born, and then how it is evolving from time up until the modern time. And our Manhattan and the evolution of the Negroni, which perfectly fits this style, is our best performing old versus new episodes. And then we have a lot of meetings. We have a meeting every Monday evening with the whole team through internet, and we are doing a lot of analyzing and everything. And we found out that there's a lot of people searching for zero proof cocktails. So we decided to do this episode as well. I wasn't so familiar with these drinks, with drinks without alcohol. So I bought myself a zero book, started reading it, and started to doing drinks, zero alcohol drinks. And that's how we made zero ABV bitters, zero old fashioned, or zero bourbon, and vermouth, also without alcohol. So it's the second style of a video that we are making. We recently started it. It was this year. Yeah, do you want to guess how many hours does one episode demand for the whole team to prepare, to make? There's a Negroni on me if someone's guessed it. 35. Okay. You said 5, okay.
I'm going to say 8.
40 hours for one episode.
For 3 people.
For 3 people, yeah. Yeah, not all of us, 40, but
10 hours.
yeah. So it's like I'm basically doing the drink, then I'm putting everything into some form, and then send it to Roby. Roby does the script, and we are gathering together for a filming. Then we film an episode for 6 hours, because we have to do cocktails more than just once, because we have to do B-rolls and photos and everything. And the most important thing, the thumbnail. which is really important. And this is basically the only way that we are all together. And then we go apart and doing other jobs. So then Sasha does the editing, Robbie all the photographers and everything. So yeah, 40 hours for one episode, which is quite a lot. Yeah, and before I mentioned briefly what are the types of content that we are creating, and we're going to go through more deeply into these types of content. So the first one is it's entertaining content. It encircles all the videos that are there to entertain, to engage with the viewers, and these are videos with comedy, sketches, pranks, movies, music, and we all know Mr. Beast, who is the king of content. His style of content is entertaining style of content. This type of content is there to evoke emotions like laughter, joy, smile, so on. And yeah, and to do that, you have to do animations, you have to do nice editing, and you have to be a good storyteller. The next type of content is educational. So educational type of content. This one is providing viewers with valuable knowledge and skills, insights. It can be more academic type of content, type of education, for example, history, math, geography, language, and into some more practical skills, for example, DIY, cooking, photography, preparing drinks, let's say. And educational content aims to help viewers to learn something new, to expand their horizons. And Mark Rober, he is one of the best known in this type of content. And there is informational type of content which provides viewers with useful information. It can be product reviews, it can be travel, how-to guides, tutorials, life hacks, and more. This type of content provides insights, tips, and facts. And Marcus Brownlee, he does the tech reviews, is one of the best known in this type of content. And there is also engaging, which focuses more into engage with the audience, with live streams, Q&A sessions, and the challenges. So yeah, these are 4 different types of content. But how we can use these types of content into our niche, into hospitality business. Let's say entertaining, it can be cocktail or bar reviews, or also it can be funny parodies behind the bar. Hello, welcome. That we all can relate to. Matija Natalia, of course, is the best in this type of content. Also, it can be educational, which is the most. We have most options here to educate through our content, and it can be teaching classics, teaching new techniques. It can be flavor pairings, craft, teaching about spirits, and so on. And Bad Birdie is one of the best in this type of content. Informational type of content can be reviewing bar tools, new technologies, hacks behind the bar, gear, or it can be also news from the world of hospitality. And Dan Lesnowski, 2 Cents, fits perfectly into this type of content. And engaging, which is live streams and live Q&As. And I'm not aware of any content creator who does the engaging type of content in our niche. So if you know someone, please let me know. Next slide. And I asked a lot of content creators in our niche, what is the most important thing when creating content? So I give them multiple options. I give them a form to fill, and I give them options like consistency, which means uploading regularly, then production quality, visual quality of the content, uniqueness, that you are standing apart from others to be authentic, and engaging, responding to comments, DMs, emails, so on, collaborations with other brands or other collaborators, and continuous learning through the process and adapting on trends. So I asked them, I sent this form to Dan Linowski, Steve the Bartender, Truffles on the Rock, the whole Cocktail Time team filled the form as well. Who who else? I educated Barfly, for example. So all these fill the form, and I said to them to film or to grade this from the most to the least important thing when creating content. So the least important thing, according to this form, was collaborations. Although it's really important as well to collaborate, because with collaborations with other brands, or especially with other content creators, you're giving yourself to the audience that aren't known of your content so far. So you're basically sharing your audience with the other collaborator. It can be fun because you're building a relationship with the other content creator. You're building the trust, and it's a fun way, because also you can give each other nice challenges as well. So as you can see, it's not the most important thing, but sometimes it's nice to do it as well. The next one is or was quality. So quality of the content, production quality. There is a lot of options to post your videos, right? There's Reels, Instagram Reels, so YouTube Shorts and TikToks, which you can film with your phone and which you can edit with your phone as well. So there is no need, if you're not super aware of it, there's no need to hire the whole crew and to film it for every episode, for every video, because you can do it with your phone. And there is a lot of content creators already there that are really successful doing everything with their phones. So if this is something that you're not super aware of, put your effort and energy into other stuff that you're really more into it. And then, according to this form, it was equally important learning. So with learning it means learning, adapting to new trends, to new algorithm, because every platform has its own algorithm. For example, Instagram was before only photo social media, and now they're doing also videos, right? And with Instagram Reels, you're getting much more impressions. So it's really important to post Reels or videos as well. So you have to adapt to the algorithm, to the social media. And of course, learning about what you're teaching others as well. It's equally important because we don't know everything, right? We have to learn ourselves to spread the knowledge to others. So that's why you can see me at a lot of master classes from other bartenders on bar shows. So you have to keep on learning the whole life. And then engagement. Being engaged with your audience, it's important as well. Because you're gonna build a community around your content. They're gonna come back for your content every week if you're gonna post it regularly, and basically they're gonna be your main viewers who are gonna see the episode for the whole time, which means better retention, which means better for algorithm as well. And engaging is also really good because you can find a collaborator inside of your audience. For example, the Cocktail Times newsletter writer, Ilian Rojas, he's one of our first subscribers on the channel, and he's doing this job now for 1 year now. So he's part of the team as well. And then consistency, according to this form, is coming in second place. Consistency is really important because your viewers, you're gonna know that there is a content waiting for them from you. So being consistent helps with growing a lot. And in the first place, there is uniqueness, right? Because being unique, being authentic helps you stand out from others. It helps you doing this job for longer, because if we fake what we are doing, we cannot do it for a long period of time. If you're really authentic what we are doing, we're gonna love our job, and we'll be able to doing it for a long period of time. If this is something that we are gonna try doing it. So yeah, according to this form, uniqueness is the most important. And now let's go to the question of the day. What is the secret ingredient for the social media success? You are. See, you are, because with your authenticity, with your magic, and if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to help others, be polite and humble, you are already on the right path for success, to succeed. And the pool is not nearly full yet. So step in, join us, we're gonna have fun time together. And before I finish this presentation, I'm just gonna go through this tweet, which is your first workout will be bad. Your first podcast will be bad. Your first speech will be bad. Your first video will be bad. You saw mine, right? Your first anything will be bad, but you can make your 100 without making your first. So put your ego aside and start. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. I liked it.
I think it was for me at least, it was a big surprise. Not surprise, but yes, surprise is the right word. How many hours goes into making one episode? Because I think many are under the impression that social media is still
Easy
something
to do.
fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it actually takes a lot of time. It takes a team, and it takes different types of skills.
Oh, wait. I'm just going to make it so that everyone can see what's going on. Happy days.
So, how do you feel, for example, making the transition from being someone who is behind the bar, making drinks, to being in front of the camera? Because the two, although different, are very similar. Because bartending, all of us in hospitality, we do have a job which has instant feedback and very public, sometimes very loud and in your face feedback. So social media obviously amplifies that.
Yeah, but when you work behind a bar, especially in a busy bar, there is much more people than in the room with you filming the episode, right? Yeah, you have to get used to it to speak into the camera. Although I didn't find it much harder than working behind the bar.
Yes. And do you sometimes take it personal when people disagree, when people are negative?
I was in the beginning, yeah, of course, because there's a lot of negative comments as well. Small amount on the whole pool of the comments, but there still is, because that's normal, right? At the beginning, I was like, yeah, I'm not really used to it, but from time I started to get used to it, and then I was like, okay, not everyone agree with me, so that's totally fine. We are all people.
And how does other bartenders feel about what you do now? Do you sometimes have people coming up to you and saying, hey, this is not cool, or hey, this is super cool?
Yeah, usually I get that second option, which coming to me, thanking me for what I'm doing, because like I said before, I gave them a lot of tips and tricks how to work behind the bar more efficient, easier, faster, and cheaper, let's say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When you were saying like you need to be consistent, you need to keep making good quality stuff, I thought you were talking directly to me, because I do try to make YouTube videos, but mine are completely inconsistent and all random. So I think I learned quite a bit from watching that. I'm gonna take it home and try to be consistent. When you do the videos, so you're saying it takes the team about 40 hours. Are you trying to aim for like one a week, or is there a kind of schedule, like you need to make a certain amount?
Yeah, we have a schedule. Usually it's a schedule for the whole year, which we are filling it through the year. And yeah, we are filming it every second week for 2 days straight, every Monday, and Tuesday and Wednesday. And we are posting every Friday. So usually we have like 4 episodes filmed already, and we are filming it and posting it through time. So it's.
Have you ever had times where something's come and interrupted the schedule, and then you have to play catch up, or is that you're because you guys sound really organized?
Yeah, we
Like,
sound organized. We try to be as much as we can. Yeah, of course, because now I have to travel a lot as well, going around and having presentations around, and it's harder to keep up with the schedule, keeping up with the schedule. So we are doing sometimes more than just 1 per week, or 2 per every week, so we can keep up with the consistency. which is hard, but we try to do it.
Cool.
And I think also a lot of people out there, they have questions specifically about the different platforms, because what obviously this is work. So how do you make money on social media platforms? Because that, I think that's a mystery for a lot of people, that they don't understand, because you have to have certain numbers, you have to have certain amount of people subscribing, views, and the videos are all subjected to different algorithms, like you mentioned. So how do you make money?
So it's not the same on every platform. On, like example, Instagram and TikToks are more into sponsorships, because you cannot monetize other than that content over there. It's more for an exposure. And YouTube is with AdSense. So companies are buying for ads that are presented before the episode, and that's basically how we get money. And it's totally different, or it's not the same for everyone, because from where your audience is, kinds of resonates on what you're gonna earn.
Does the length of the video make a difference? Like, if you make a really short little video, it's not going to have as much chance for an advertisement bit. Does that make a difference?
Yeah, it makes, because if you do a video before shorter than 8 minutes, you can only post one or add one ad into the video. And if the video is longer than that, you can put it in the middle of the video as well, which generates more money. And yeah.
So do you ever find yourself like making the videos longer? Today we're going to make an old-fashioned. We're going to stir it 735 times clockwise.
Yeah,
Just keep staring at the camera, stirring.
That will be bad for audience retention. So audience retention. So this is really important, because algorithm works this way, that if the retention is higher, the YouTube, all the platforms are going to push your content more and more. So you have to be right balance, as the good cocktails are, right?
Yeah, so you'd rather have, oh, what just happened there? You'd rather have a video that people watch to the end than have a video that like has that 8-minute limit, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I made a lot of videos that people watch for 3 seconds.
But you're one of the first content creators that I watched, so.
Oh, right,
yeah,
cool.
To
Back in the day.
inspire.
I'm just, old now, getting old.
Well, I think that also it has opened up a whole new space, which is kind of, is not purely educational, is not purely entertainment. So it's entertainment.
Infotainment.
Exactly.
Infotainment's a word.
Well, it means that, you know, in the same way that when you go back and you see how schools are integrating digital media, how, for example, my nephew, when I see what he's taught and in school, and the fact that he's taught sometimes through an iPad, I was shocked, because I was always told to stay away from the screen.
Yeah, my son's 4 and he's already using an iPad. The teacher told me recently that he hit the iPad because it locked him out unexpectedly and he didn't know the password to get back in. So they're already on it.
So we need to rethink how we kind of train people, how we share information, and we need to do it in an engaging way.
Yeah, and
Consistently unique, engaging way.
Consistently unique, engaging,
You have to
high
blend
quality,
everything together.
the right length. It sounds a lot like work.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as fun as it did.
Sounds like 40 hours work per week.
Yeah, exactly. It's a full-time job. Yeah, that's really cool.
And what is the one thing that you would recommend those who want to get into this? Like, it's hard, as you say, like it took 1.5 years before your first viral moment. So it's difficult in those moments before anybody watches until you have that.
Yeah, of course, because you have to put content on without getting paid. Especially if you have a family and your regular job, it's really hard, because after your job you have to do the content, which demands the same time that is demanding now. So it can be hard, but yeah, if you're going to be consistent and hardworking, it might work well.
Oh, yes?
You go.
Okay.
You go. It's okay.
So what was it about the Super Juice video that made it viral? I think that's the thing, because I mean, it's not a new concept, Super Juice, but it is definitely a new discussion in the industry. So why do you think that and not
I think
any
because
others?
I say we saved with this concept, we saved a lot of time and money the whole hospitality and to the whole bar, right? We don't need to juice lemons and limes for hours now, so because we can do it super juicing it, which is more efficient, faster, and with that it's a lot cheaper, right? And binding all this together works well.
Do you
As you can see.
do you think that the video might have collided with like it be the super juice thing being shared by other media outlets? You know, like if it was in an online thing like Punch or something like that, as your video came out, you know, because you've got, if someone's kind of saying, oh, super juice is a new thing, I'm going to be like, I'll read their article, but then I'm going to straight away Google it and try to find other people's perspectives, you know, and with YouTube, when you Google stuff, it's got good search engine optimization. So your video is going to be right up there on the video. And then I'm more lazy. I don't want to read a big long essay. I just want to watch someone who's got a video that's going to sum it all up for me, right?
Yeah, because I found out about this technique on Punch, and then I went to the episode where Nikhil Morris was presenting this technique, and then we decided to do our way of doing it. So yeah.
So you were like, I can totally do that. More entertaining.
Well, no, but we can do it in our way, in our style. So it's not more entertaining, but different. It's ours. So it's our way.
And one last question. I'm going to stop asking questions.
you can
How
go
do
on.
you plan to keep coming out with content? Because I think, you know, the first time I ever made videos, I just like stood there and I was like, cutting limes. Cutting limes is a thing people need to know how to do, right? And I just was making it up as I go. But if you start kind of doing it for a few years, do you have a plan on how to constantly evolve and come up with new things? Or would you revisit some of the old stuff that you've done and update them?
Yeah, I try to constantly doing new stuffs because this is it's funnier and then more entertaining. Yeah, when I'm doing new stuff, I'm doing it for an episode that we're gonna be posted after a month and a half. So it's really a long process of making one episode. So I'm preparing the drink, and then we're gonna film it, and then everything else. So it's really long process to do it. So it has to be scheduled. It has to be think in advance what you're gonna put together.
So in that sense, it's very similar to like the editorial process of a TV show.
Exactly.
You know, you
Exactly.
script it out, you storyboard it, and then you go and film it, then you edit, post, and then you do,
It sounds like so much work. It's so organized.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We've got a question from someone online.
Perfect.
Albin Malmberg, I hope is how we pronounce the name. What's your best advice to keep improving, setting goals, reading books, etc.?
Yeah, I try to read a lot of books. I did before, but now I don't have much time to it. So now I'm doing a lot of other content creators, watching other content creators, and a lot of articles, and a lot of bar shows and everything else. So I'm attending to a lot of master classes from other bartenders, where I get a lot of inspiration for my episodes, for our episodes.
Very cool. We just got another question coming in from Tibor. What's the best comment you've ever had? I know what I'd say. I'd be like, your comment is. Right?
I can't remember which is the best one, but the most interesting one might be that I look really the same as the Conor McGregor. So I'm a Conor McGregor behind the bar. So this one is
Wow. Okay.
this one is one of the most interesting ones.
That's a very interesting one. You sound slightly different to Conor.
Yeah,
I'm
slightly.
not gonna lie.
Slightly. But I have better mustache than him, right?
Yeah, considerably better mustache. Yeah. I think you're more handsome than Conor McGregor is. No offense
But
to
we could
Conor.
do some collaboration as well, right? Why not?
well, that's not very effective.
No? Okay.
It was the last collaboration was the last point on your
Oh
screen.
yeah, collaboration
Yeah,
is at the
it's
bottom.
not effective, but it's nice to do it.
Exactly. Sometimes you need to do it just for fun.
Yeah.
Any other questions from either the live streams?
Okay, no, I
No.
don't have any more.
Well, let's
on
open
that one.
for questions from the floor.
Okay, has anyone? Oh, we do. We got someone with their hand up at the back. I'm just going to give
Hello.
you. I'm
Doing
gonna
great, how are you?
use the force to get the microphone to you.
Perfect.
I wanted to ask you, how did you started to think about this whole content making thing.
Mhm.
And what is your biggest goal in this kind of industry of content making?
Well, we just started because it was a pandemic. We were back at home and we wanted to present something. I'm really a guy who wants to educate others, which I was doing it before the content. I was doing it in our cocktail bars. And YouTube helped me to expand this, sharing the knowledge to the whole world, not only to my surroundings. So yeah, this is basically the main reason to educate others. But it started from fun, from having fun, and it turned out really, really well.
And what is your biggest goal? I mean, like
Biggest goal would be, because I still have a regular job, so this is my second job. So I work every day, the whole day. My biggest goal would be going full-time this job. So that would save me a lot of time and being more with my family. But yeah, hopefully this will happen soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
man.
much. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.